Another thing I wanted to talk about a little, I know we mentioned it in the class, that some of the other like therapies you went to included chiropractic care, and
Yeah.
but it was a very specific type of chiropractic care that I don't think many people are as familiar with. I know
Yeah.
that like I've heard people say like, I'm afraid of the chiropractor because they crack your back, and or they had a bad experience with getting their backs adjusted, or if it's too painful, it's just too scary, or it seems too intense. And I'm actually familiar with the type of chiropractic care you talked about because my mother has been getting those treatments for years now. And I know that there aren't as many chiropractors trained in this particular type of treatment. But if you are here, I am in Central Florida. If you're local to Central Florida, you definitely want to contact Dr. Scott Pancake. So he has a really unique name. And he
I
has
love
two
that.
offices, one in Kissimmee, one in the Orlando area. And he's actually certified in this type of chiropractic care that I'm going to ask Amanda to explain. She did such a beautiful job explaining it in class. And so I want people to become familiar with the different types of chiropractic treatment because I don't think they are as familiar with that. And like I said, there aren't as many chiropractors that have the proper equipment to do this treatment. But here in our area, we have Dr. Pancake. I don't know if you want to mention the ones maybe in your area as well, once you explain what it is and how it's different than traditional chiropractic care.
Yeah, absolutely. So I am NUCA chiropractic. It's I can't for the life of me remember everything. It's like National Upper Cervical something association. Can't remember, but there's two different types of chiropractic that work on the atlas bone, which is like up here, behind your ear. And it's Atlas orthogonal, and then there is NUCA. And Atlas orthogonal uses, I've actually never done Atlas orthogonal before. They use them like a tool or machine to do it. NUCA actually they just use the palm of their hand. It's a very, very gentle technique, and it changed my life. It literally changed my life. It I started having like recovery, feeling better in my lower back after getting just this bone work done. Really, I mean, it was insane. But it's what they do is you lay on your side, and they just take the palm of their hand and they measure. They first they do a 360-degree X-ray to see how exactly your spine is sitting, and then they measure. I think it's just a distance from your ear and like around like your head area, and they measure it, and so they know exactly where they need to move the bone. And the thing is that up there, that bone sits right where your spinal cord comes out. Well, how does your brain and your body communicate with each other? Through that spinal cord. There are 64 fibers that come out of that spinal cord, in addition to nerve endings and all other blood vessels and all sorts of stuff. I mean, there's that little tiny, tiny bone with this tiny, tiny opening, has all of these fibers that stick out. So it's like if you have pressure, or that bone is sitting funny in any way, and it's putting pressure on those fibers, like it's not going to be communicating with your body as effectively as it would be if it was just sitting straight, right? So NUCA, their whole philosophy is to take the pressure off of that spinal cord and make it so that your brain can communicate effectively with the rest of your body. And let me tell you, it does. It absolutely does. And versus traditional chiropractic, where that's the cracking. That's like they crack your neck, they crack your back. And I should say, I will add on to this, NUCA chiropractic are trained and certified to be and licensed to be traditional chiropractic. They go to additional schooling on top of traditional chiropractic to learn how to work up here. So it's just a different type of adjustment. And the first time I went in, I wasn't quite sure what to expect, but because your body, the first adjustment that you have, your body doesn't really know how to react. They have a list of symptoms that your body is going to start projecting out. Because I, for example, got pretty dizzy after mine, and I was confused, but they explain it so well, is that when you take pressure off of it, your blood starts moving like it hasn't moved before. And so your body is like, holy crap, what's going on here? I'm finally able to function and move in the way that I'm supposed to. What's going on? And you give it a day and it's fine. And you go back and you feel, and it's just after that, one thing after another. And it's the most amazing type of adjustment I've ever had.
Yeah. And I mean, and yeah, we're focused here obviously on brain injury, but the spine connects to all nerve endings and all different parts of our body. organs and everything. So
Mhm.
when that type of treatment is given and those things are aligned properly, it's going to impact pretty much every part of your body. My mother doesn't go for brain injury. She goes for something completely different, but it's helped her tremendously. And Dr. Pancake does do the Atlas form of it. So he has that. And it's a very, like, you're almost like, that's it. Because I've
Yeah.
gotten a couple done. You're like, well, that's all the treatment. That's all it is. You're, because we're used to such different things when it comes to adjustments. It's very subtle. But then after that, you have to stay very still and not, move around too much so that it doesn't become unaligned again. Like he even puts like something on to stabilize your neck and keep it in one position for a few hours after the treatment. But yeah, my mother swears by it, and he's got lots of clients here in Central Florida that go for all types of things. So definitely look into it. See if you can find a chiropractor in your area that's certified in that. And like I said, if you're in our area, contact Dr. Pancake. He's absolutely amazing. And yeah, I just wanted to go cover that because it's something I was aware of because of my mom, and her experience with it. But I was happy to hear that also helped you as well. And I just want to make other people aware that there are different types and that, like you said, they are trained in addition, and not all chiropractors do this. So you definitely have to find, I know in our area, he's pretty much the only one all the way between here and like 3 hours south of us. So
Yeah.
it's pretty cool that we have someone so close by.